All right, let's do like a job shadow today. I've got a smaller photo job with a little bit of drone video. It is a recent home development that's not too far from where I live. Got hired to go and capture interior and exterior photos and then a little bit of drone video of the little neighborhood. So yeah, I just want to show you guys a little bit of behind the scenes of going on a smaller job. So yeah, let's get to it. All right, something that's been really crucial and big for me in my business is just the diversity of what I offer. So I know that there's a lot of people out there who probably just want to offer either video or just photography, but don't want to do both of those. You might be scared of, you know, I'm really good at video, but I don't want to dabble in photography, or I'm really good at photography, but filmmaking and doing video really scares me. That has served me really, really well in my business, and something I encourage you, if you're interested in diversifying, I think it'll really help your business as it's helped mine. I run a lot fitness, can't believe this moment. All right, I made it. It's like this nice new little subdivision within kind of the Midtown area, so that's why they wanted to highlight it, because it's a unique development. So yeah, I'm about to hop out, grab my tripod, run into the first house, talk to the client, get an idea of just kind of what is going on and kind of what the space looks like. I'm gonna look around the house and make sure there's not anything that needs to kind of just be put away or tucked away, and we're gonna get started. And what I'm gonna be doing is bracketing shots, so AEB, auto exposure bracketing. So I'm gonna show you guys that. I'm gonna have to take some video with my iPhone since I'm gonna be using this to shoot photos. So I'll show you guys a little bit of behind the scenes on that and why I'm using that for these interior shots and exterior shots. And I can do a tutorial on that later, because it's a really cool way to do HDR by merging multiple photos together. So let's go do it. All right, so I'm shooting bracketing mode right here. So on the Canon R5, you hit the info, go to this display here, and then hit the Q and make sure you're here in this one. Select that. And I am going 2 stops under and 2 stops over. So I'm going to take 3 images, one that is exposed for the room, 2 stops under, and then one that's 2 stops above. And then I'm going to merge all of that into an HDR image. I am also using a timer. So the reason why I'm using a timer is so that whenever you're pushing the shutter, you're not introducing any shake into the camera, since it is going to take 3 continuous shots. So I'm using a 2-second timer to make sure that I can do this without any shake, any wobble in the camera. I'm feeling good. All right, so something else to know about doing this kind of photography is you want to make sure you can keep your lines nice and clean. You can clean that up in Lightroom, but it's nice if you go ahead and just get your lines nice and clean when you're shooting. And then obviously you want to make sure, if you're in rooms with a mirror, like a bathroom or even a bedroom like this, you want to make sure that you're watching for that, because yes, while you can clean up a lot of things in Photoshop, there are going to be some things that you're just not going to be effectively be able to clean up very well in post. So don't make that mistake. Don't be the one who's like, oh, just clean this up in post, and then it becomes really difficult. You lose a lot of time, you lose a lot of efficiency. I've done that in the past. I've been guilty of doing that in the past. So if you notice something, look at your photos, look back at what you're doing. If you notice something, just go and reshoot it, clean it up, and then you're not gonna have to worry about cleaning all this stuff up in post. That's a major tip. So one of the best pieces of advice I could give you while I'm out here shooting and thinking about it, especially for beginners, is just remember to slow down. Slow down. When you're capturing things, whether it's photography or whether it's video, you have more time than you may think. Yes, there are times with like events or times with talent where you gotta move, but a lot of times you put more pressure on yourself than there may actually be. And so what you need to do, and again, one of the biggest tips is just slow down. Slow down and pay attention to what you're doing. Pay attention to what you're capturing. Pay attention to what is in your photos or what's in your videos. Because the times when I haven't slowed down, I wasn't paying attention. Like maybe there was an object in the shot that wasn't supposed to be there. Maybe there was a person that wasn't supposed to be there. Maybe my own reflection was there, and obviously I didn't want that. So that is a huge thing while I'm out here. Now that I've been in this game for 8 years, that is the biggest thing, is just like remind yourself to slow down, take it easy, look at what you're doing, look at your surrounding, look at the environment, and see what needs to be adjusted or what needs to be shifted, if anything. And then just pay attention to your settings on your camera. I know when I first rolled up here, I had my aperture at a 2.8. Well, I don't need an aperture at 2.8 when I'm doing architectural, when I'm doing interiors. I need that more at an f5, f6, maybe even an f10. So things like that is just, yeah, pay attention, slow down and pay attention to the details. And I promise that'll serve you really, really well. And it'll save you from trying to save yourself in post. All right, so one thing that's good to know as well is height-wise for the camera. Height is normally just a little bit above a couch or just in line with a island or a countertop. That's a really good frame of reference for where you need to angle, where to position the camera to get really nice architectural shots. Hey, puppy. Hi. She miss me? She miss me? All right, well, that is a wrap for that 4-hour shoot. Again, a pretty short shoot for me, a very minimal shoot. I don't do just photos that often, so this was definitely a rare occasion for me, but I just wanted to take you behind the scenes to show you just what a photo shoot for me looks like, what a shoot for me looks like, and just walk you through some of those things. So most importantly, when I get back is I make sure I drop footage, drop photos immediately, because I've learned in the past, if I don't drop immediately, then I'm gonna forget. That card is gonna find its way into the abyss. I put it back in the camera a day or two later for another shoot, and it gets formatted. So, learn from my early amateur mistakes. Well, I say early, this even happened to me a year ago. So learn from my mistakes, and as soon as you get done with a project, whatever that project may be, drop your footage immediately and then move on to whatever else you have going on. So that's what I'm gonna do. All right, if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button. If you are liking this channel, I would love it if you would subscribe. I truly, truly appreciate anyone and everyone who chooses to subscribe to this channel. So thank you so much to all of you who have been following along and have subscribed. If you haven't subscribed already, I would love for you to do so. All right, see ya.